We have the Jazz as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand. They're among the league's powerhouse teams, presently in second place in the West.
You know, looking at the Warriors, they've continued their breakout season. I mean, they've showed tremendous promise thus far, and I'm looking for big things from this team.
Yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. We'll see if they can continue that momentum.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Utah. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Rudy Gobert is out there with Favors, and it's Hardaway in at the three.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
On the wing, Thompson. Burks covering. Barnes comes up empty off the pick. On defense, the Warriors. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Draymond Green last season slimmed down to about 230 pounds. Pretty remarkable how he's transformed his body since his freshman season at Michigan State.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans. Spates sets a screen. Here's the three. Curry can't get it to go. Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Burke gets the screen from Hardaway. And Gobert kicks to Burke. Hardaway is screen on Curry. Outside Hardaway. Burks dishes to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Connects. The jumper drops. Hardaway has got his third basket of the night.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Curry passes to Spates. Back to Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. That three off the mark. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. With the fadeaway. And it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Hardaway.
He doesn't need to fade away on that move. He can go straight up, make it an easier shot.
Out to the right wing. Here's Spates. Buried from 15 feet out.
Pretty much no chance for the smaller defender to block that jumper.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And 12 points for Little General.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now, here's Thompson, averaging 20 points per game. Hardaway against Curry. Now here's Hardaway. Defense is right there. That's good. Hardaway has got 14.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Ball's knocked loose. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And here's Utah. They're on a 14-4 run. Burke kicks to Burks. Spates against Hardaway. There's the dish to Burke. Launches it. Warriors with the rebound. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And one of the factors in that game was they just couldn't get to the foul line and get enough points from the free throw line to make a difference.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanked off the rim. They were letting them hear about that.
Now here's Curry. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's an 8-point differential. Goes up on the high post. And Utah again with the bucket.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. He wants them to also play at a very up-tempo pace, push the ball up the court as quickly as possible. That was his message. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Curry with it, averaging 26 points a game. Green with a screen for Curry. To stop the run, and the Warriors miss again.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss. Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
That's good.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Now here's Curry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shoots off a screen. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning. Some of that is the new CBA. But regardless, I mean, they've doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000. And they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
Here's Spates after the made shot from Hardaway. And Thompson kicks to Spates. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
There's the bucket. Good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Now, here's Thompson. Rebounded by Hardaway. Hardaway has got rebound number 5 here tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Well, here are a group of point guards that have dialed up their own offense in the second half of the season. These are the top scorers at the one spot since the All-Star break. Third is Stephen Curry.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in the league. To see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, it's wacko. That's sort of the era we're in right now, though. A point guard who consistently takes things into his own hands is far more common than it used to be. Some people may not like it, but that's the way of the modern NBA. Change is inevitable, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Here's Curry following the three-pointer by Utah. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Barnes has got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Burke. 9 points last game. Burke gets the screen from Hardaway. Burke dishes to Gobert. The pass to Burks. Here's the screen. Gobert, the pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Barnes. And now Barnes running the floor. All
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Now, here's Burks. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Lakers.
Yeah, not to mention 4 big steals on the night. He was getting it done at both ends of the floor.
Burke with it, guarded by Curry. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often. It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Now, here's Burke, averaging 13 points a contest, and Hardaway gets it to go.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Different look here for the Warriors. David Lee checked in for Spain. Warriors trail by 17. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He'd like them to concentrate defensively on slowing the game down. There's simply too much speed in their opponent, and to get into a run-and-gun type of game is not to their advantage, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Here is Livingston. Burke covering. Livingston, that's good. Now Burke. Burke gets the screen from Hardaway. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Just a fantastic game for Hardaway. 22 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And you know what was most impressive? They've wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mutant.
I like that shooting.
They never let the fans get...
Here's with some changes. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. So on the floor for Utah, Hardaway in at the 3. Hood out there with Alec Burks. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Favors in at the 4 slot. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Favors. Just 4 to shoot. Nobody near Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Hardaway for 3. That's good. Hardaway has got 27.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from 3-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
Barnes kicks to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. They get it back. Lee. Good D by Hardaway.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And now look at Stephen Curry here. This past month or so, he's really given the fans a lot to watch. He was 7th in scoring, 8th in assists, and showing what a good defender he is, and especially his ability to play passing lanes. He ranks among the top 15 in the league in steals per game.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Curry dishes to Barnes. Thompson outside. Right side Curry. The baseline J. Again, Curry missing.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Jazz leading by 17. Hardaway passes to Burks. A clear look for Hardaway. He squares up and sinks it. Hardaway has got 7 now in this quarter.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
Picked by Lee. Barnes kicks to Lee. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Good. Barnes has got 12.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Hardaway is screen on Curry. And that one's good by Favors.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Outside Curry. Lee kicks to Barnes. There's the block. Hood, the pass to Hardaway. Curry with the steal. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He has 6.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Burke, he's checked in for Utah. Hardaway for 3, and that one's good. Hardaway has got 34 points.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Feeds it to Lee. Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Again, Curry missing.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Jazz leading by 22. Outside Hardaway. Burke kicks to Burks. Curry brings the double. Down low. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We take a look at the Warriors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Utah, right now, quite a ways down below.
Well, I think for Utah, they've gone a long way toward making the disappointment of last year a distant memory, way in the rearview mirror. They've given their fans a reason to be hopeful again.
They really have, Clark, and I give a lot of credit to the coaching staff because they've established a foundation here, an identity for this club, and I think finally they have something to hang their hats on. This is a solid basketball team. Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. Pulls it from the elbow. And Utah again with the bucket.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern, repeated ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him for such a bargain extension, but when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
And he makes the first.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket, can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Broke his wrist in high school, and that's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
But with David Lee and his broken wrist, often having a setback like that at an early age, Clark, can be a blessing in disguise, and he is definitely one of the most skilled scorers with his offhand.
Yeah, he does a really good job as an ambidextrous finisher. And it really puts the defender in a pickle because oftentimes as a defender, you want to try to take away one side or the other. With David Lee, you pretty much just have to try to square him up.
And he gets it to go.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Burke gets the screen from Hardaway. Burke dishes to Hardaway. Burks the pass to Hardaway. Curry brings the double. Hardaway kicks to Burke. Back to Hardaway. Puts up a 3. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors trail by 20. In low to Spates. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Utah has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And Hardaway gets it to go.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Curry kicks to Barnes, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night. Utah leading by 18. Burke, the pass to Burks. Kicks it to Favors. Shoots, and again it's Utah.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Thompson outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Now we get a chance to view the NBA leaders in assists. 5th, Trey Burke.
His passing has been so terrific, and best of all, it's created a really unselfish atmosphere on the team, and I think that's why they're doing well.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
Steve, I know you love great teamwork.
Yeah, so much fun to watch when the ball is moving. There's kind of a rhythm to the game that just happens. The ball moves almost on its own, Kevin. It's fun to watch.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. Little General in the last game against the Lakers just played phenomenal. He finished with 63 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight, Clark. I mean, his teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load. Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
And there's the feed to Hardaway. Pass to Burke. No good.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Thompson with the bucket.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Hardaway against Iguodala. Kicks it out to Evans. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Burke. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it. Burke's got his 3rd bucket of the night. 1:51 left to play in the first half. Iguodala dishes to Green. Iguodala setting the pick for Green. Thompson against Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Misses the 3. Jazz leading by 17. Burke with it, picked up by Thompson. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Burke. Burke's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Iguodala kicks to Barbosa. Back to Iguodala. The rebound by the Jazz. Booker's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Burke, the pass to Booker. He dishes it to Burke. Green against Hardaway. Inside. It's tipped. Burke kicks to Hardaway. Sinks the three-pointer. Hardaway has got 47 points.
I wasn't sure if he'd be able to keep it up, but he has. Wow.
Iguodala outside. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Lee, a screen on Hayward. Barbosa dishes to Lee. Will it go? Out to Thompson. He feeds it to Green. Back to Thompson. Now here's Burke from 18 feet away. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And through the first half, up pretty.
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
I'm...
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing.
Back on our hands, or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from Little General in this one.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. And it's Spates in at center. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Burke with it. Curry meets him. The Jazz have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And for the season, guys, they're about 73% from the line, so kind of a mediocre shooting club.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Passes it to Barnes. Curry kicks to Barnes. In low to Spates. No luck. Good D by Hardaway.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
No good. The Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Curry with it. And Burks picks him up defensively. Here's Barnes. Hits the jump hook. Barnes has got 19 points.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Utah leading by 20. Burke, the pass to Gobert. Dishes to Burke. Hardaway against Spates. Changes up. Nice shot by Gobert.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Barnes. He kicks to Green. Clock at 6. The dish now to Barnes. Wide open look. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Spates. Floats one, no luck. And it's Utah the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And I'll be anxious to see what ends up happening with that Timberwolves game. That should be a close one.
This Warriors squad struggling. Green with a screen for Curry. Here's Barnes. Good. And Curry gets the assist. 21 points for Barnes.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Burks kicks to Hardaway. Fades back. There's the bucket. Good. Hardaway has got 49 points in the game.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
In a moment to check out Klay Thompson here. Solid year underway for him. He's averaging 20 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. To bring someone like him off the bench who can shoot is something every coach wants.
Well, he's microwave and knock down jump shots, and you love that element coming off the bench.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Golden State moving the ball around. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Hardaway dishes to Burks. Shoots. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Burks. 51 points for Little General.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Green with a screen for Curry. Now the pass to Barnes. And Count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, Barnes is playing well. He's got 24 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Hardaway from outside. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. The Warriors have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Curry attacking. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Hardaway. Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got 9 points in the quarter.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Feeds to Hardaway. And Utah again with the bucket.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Gobert with the block. Now here's Burke, guarded by Curry. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Curry kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Burke, the pass to Hardaway. And Utah, another 3.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Here's Speights. He's got 6. Kicks it to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Doubled by Hardaway. Green inside the three-point line. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Speights has got 8 points.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. And you look at Hardaway. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Harrison Barnes. Curry dishes to Barnes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Man, maximum force on that dunk.
Thompson outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
I like the offense. Awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Burke gets the screen from Hardaway. From deep. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Some changes for Golden State. David Lee checked in for Speights. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The feed to Lee. And that one's good. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Pass to Hayward. Outside Hardaway. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Here is Livingston. He's got 6. Screen by Lee. Livingston kicks to Lee. The 19-foot shot. Here's Green, and he banks in the layup. Green's got 4 this quarter.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Here is Livingston. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Thompson outside and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
Too many turnovers.
Huge impact. It may not show up on...
All right, you're up. Oh, yeah.
With a change here, too. Burks is checked in. Here's Burke. He's got 11. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Here is Livingston. He dishes it to Green. The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Hardaway's checked in for Utah.
Let's take a look at Trey Burke's numbers. He's been really tearing it up on the court since the All-Star break. 1st in assists, 7th in field goal percentage, and he's in the top 10 in terms of three-point field goal percentage, so it's really been a good run for him from downtown.
And you know, you threw his #1 assist ranking out there, Steve, and what's really impressive is that not only is he creative, but he's a willing passer. The guy wants to give it up, and he really makes it easy for his teammates to score because he's so good at giving them the ball in ideal position.
Hardaway passes to Evans. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Good checked in for Alec Burks. Here's Green, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012, and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
And the Jazz making a change here. Hayward's checked in. Burke with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Hayward dishes to Hardaway. He feeds it to Burke. Shot clock at 6. Off target with his 3. Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. 3-pointer. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. 8 points for Andre Iguodala.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Here's Thompson. No good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Jazz leading by 22, and Utah looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Burke runs the show with Hayward at the 2. Favors is out there with Gobert, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. Here's Burke. Buries it from 3-point range. Burke's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Jazz. The Warriors shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Lee, a screen on Hardaway. Barnes kicks to Lee. Favors against Barnes. 6 to shoot. From 12 feet out. Here's Spates. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. Thompson with the bucket.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Hardaway for 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Favors.
And you got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Spates sets a screen. Barnes passes to Spates. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson inside. Defended by Hayward. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Jazz leading by 20. Burke dishes to Hayward. Pass to Favors. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Off target at the rim. To the inside. Barnes. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Curry with the steal. And here is Barnes. Curry kicks to Spates. Barnes passes to Spates. Really left alone that time. Spates has got 4 this quarter.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Alec Burks checked in for Utah. Change here, too. Hardaway's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Burke with it. It's stolen by Curry. Spates sets a screen. And it's blocked. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Burke dishes to Hardaway. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And the Jazz lead by 20.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Now Barnes. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Well, it started about a decade ago, but you would have to say that although the best players in the league might be wingmen, this generation is known for its point guards. There are a bunch of great ones out there, and that's pretty cyclical when you talk about the positions of dominance across the league throughout its history. It's been point guards, big guys, wingmen, and right now I think point guards are right there at the top of the heap.
Hardaway for 3. The Warriors pull it in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And again, no good by Golden State. Utah leading by 18. Point guard, definitely a position where you can point to any number of players and say, Steve, they are the best player on their team.
Well, and what's funny is that there are so many different types still. I mean, pure playmakers, scoring guards, do-it-all kind of guys. But, you know, now if you don't have a point guard who's one of your better players, your team is going to be at a big disadvantage most nights.
And he lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Barnes. Second shot opportunity. Shot is off. And Utah the other way now.
Nothing's going right for him right now. He's kind of lost it here in the quarter.
Burke, the pass to Favors. Goes up the baseline. And there's another one for the Jazz.
You know, his shot's been pretty accurate today, but he has not had his usual share of opportunities.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Been a rough shooting night for him, but I don't mind that shot. He had a good look at it.
Outside Hardaway.
Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
Another bucket adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
And he gets it to go. 34 points for Barnes.
Tell you what, he's had an excellent game, and they're going to have to continue to rely on him if they're going to come back.
Well, Clark, flopping is not completely out of the NBA game, but at least now there are repercussions.
I agree, and I'm happy to see that, Kevin, because it's a play that shouldn't be in the game. And now that guys are fined for it and have been quite heavily fined for it, I think we're going to eventually see it become less and less a part of the game, which is the way it should be.
6 to shoot. Here's Curry with the 3. Again, Curry missing.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Hardaway kicks to Gobert. Dishes to Favors. Pass to Hardaway, expanding his range. A rebound by Iguodala. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Knocked away. Hardaway with the steal. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
It certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
Curry dishes to Barnes. Back to Curry. He kicks it to Iguodala. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Hardaway for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Iguodala outside. Gets an open look and hits. Iguodala's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And that one's good. Burke.
Now, guys, we've talked before about the great point guards we see in the league right now, and I think they all do it a little differently. You see the speedsters like John Wall or Ty Lawson. You see the guys who have the speed and the strength, a la Westbrook or Rose. The solid guys like Holiday. How about the three-point shooting whizzes who also play point? Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry. Just makes for so many great matchups at that point guard spot when you look around the league.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. Now here's Burke. From the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And so many great point guards in the league right now, Clark.
And Kevin, at a time when the role of the point guard has never been more valuable. A nice confluence. And I'm sure something that the league is really excited to see. Outstanding play at that position.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Gobert, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Barnes.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
So it's Utah now. Over to the left wing. Hardaway for 3. And that one's good.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
The Warriors shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Outside Curry. Green kicks to Barnes. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Burke. Hardaway has got 13 points now in the quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
The dish to Barnes, and stolen by Favors. Burke, the pass to Burks. Left side Hardaway. Again, the Jazz score.
Well, guys, you talk about the growth of the game internationally, but different time zones can make it a challenge for other countries to enjoy the game live. You look at China, for instance, a growing market for the game, but they're 12 hours ahead of East Coast time and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. But if you're a junkie for hoops, I guess you'll adjust to the time zone.
Burke kicks to Hardaway. 1:44 left here in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Burks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Golden State's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Thompson with the bucket.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his 3rd three-pointer since the break. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Jazz.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, hard to seem toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
Well, this victory now draws them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
It's been a good battle between these two this year. Fitting that it ends 2-2.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Little General. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long. They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Hardaway with the steal. 9 feet out, and again it's Utah.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Nobody near Barnes. Good on the 13-footer. Barnes has got 42 in the game. Utah's shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Hardaway for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had, is gone.
And he gets the bucket.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
No good there. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. You know, Clark, every team has a...
Well, you absolutely torched them from the outside tonight. Did you feel like you could hit from just about anywhere on the court?
Yo, as weird as it sounds, at this